Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Billy Goat Tales. Thank you for taking time out of your Sunday to be with us right here. We really appreciate it. We're going to get into all kinds of topics today. Of course, we're also going to be talking about retail is here, which was our thumbnail, little teaser thumbnail today. Retail is here. Really, Billy? We will tell you where it's at. Also, we're going to be talking about all kinds of things, including Bitcoin coming for the housing market. And we're going to have some fun updates from our retreat that I think you guys will get a kick out of. We got all kinds of stuff we're going to be talking about today. It's been a full day. Of course, the Bitcoin price as well, and trading and all that. We have DDT with us to go over the Bitcoin chart and the ETH chart today. We will be doing that. But first, let's say hello to the team. What is going on, Jimmy Jim?
Billy?
What's going on, Billy?
Oh,
Another
Billy.
wonderful Sunday.
Yeah.
Wish we were back in Greenville, though.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And we had great weather for that. What's going on, Dave Digital?
Oh, just in a couple different trades in a Bitcoin long from the tippy bottom, as what Frankie would say. Also in a SOL long that is doing really well. Also, you see the balloon dog there at the top. Nice. In an arrow long, doing okay. In a barrel long, doing all right. Zcash long, doing okay. And BNB got stopped out. So, but doing pretty cool. And you guys know that we also have the AI that we are tracking. And Grok is $300 away from DeepSeek for first place in the trading competition where they are trading autonomously. Really cool stuff going on. Having a fun day. What about you, Billy?
I don't know what any of that is. We'll have to get into that, Dave. I think you gave us a sneak peek of something really, really cool, man. What's going on, Tony?
What's going on, gang? Well, I just learned in this last weekend that the Cornucopias game changed their name to Infinity Rising. I think it's a great name change for them. They still keep Cornucopias within the game, but the new name is going to be Infinity Rising. I think it's a good launch pad for them. I know that there was another game, some mobile game named Cornucopias or Cornucopia. So I think it's good for them. I'm going to have to learn more as I dig in to that new change, and then I'll be working on finalizing finally the interview I did with Josh and Rob, the two co-founders there. So I'm looking forward to it. This week should be exciting. We have some other things that we'll talk about later on when we get into the retreat data. Or not data.
Uh-oh. Let's just jump right into it. I was going to say, let's say hello to
Alexandra
Chad. Dave,
G. Alexandra G gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much. We appreciate that, Alexandra G. And while we're in here, let's go ahead and say hi to the chat. We've got Jesse Haluk saying hi to Tex-Mex Biomex, who says hi to Dark Crash. And we have Alexandra G, who says hi to Billy Goat Tales, who says hi to Dark Crash. Dark Crash says hi. I'm the 10th. Like Kevin or Chris Klein is also in the chat. Good to see you, Chris. Who else do we have here? Squirrel Shine Bob in the chat. Haven't seen Squirrel Shine Bob in a while. Billy got him. It's so funny. Billy gave him some bait, put him down at the dock, and we all just drove off. Left him over there just fishing by himself. Welcome back, Squirrel Shine Bob. No, I hope no hard feelings. We just play a little bit of fun sometimes. Who else do we have? Mike Bulmer in the chat. Good to see you, Mike. All Set is in the chat. Poman is in the chat. We've got Bitcoin Stew in the chat. Mike Owen in the chat. Oh, those guys received the memberships. Bitcoin Stew Lurkin. Lucky Deal Lurkin. Mike Owen Lurkin. LJ Lurkin and Lil Peb. Good to see you. See Mike Volmer. We got Jun Hung Han Lurkin. Mr. Z Lurkin. Vegas Claw. Good to see you, Vegas Claw. Jesse again.
Claw.
Chris. Yeah, Claw. Rusty Bot with the WD-40 in the chat. Good to see you, Rusty. Am I missing anybody here? I think that's about it. We got Andy in the chat, and Darren does things in the chat. Poman13. Jabot. I think that's it. Hello to everybody. Hashtag Givers Game. Good to see you. We love you, fam.
Yeah,
I do want to thank Andy for being early. She was really ready and rocking and ready to go yesterday at 5 p.m. Like,
Good
where
job,
are you
Andy.
guys?
Good job,
Andy. We
Andy.
love you.
Good job.
Thanks for having that fire.
on it like I'm on it. Let's Redman's not going to be here with us today, so let's, if you remember, make sure you drop the Redman emoji in there. Say hello to Redman. Yep, we appreciate Redman from behind the scenes. And I think because he's not here, I think I'm going to do bubbles. I think I'm ready to do bubbles, Dave.
Are you sure you're ready to do
I think
bubbles,
so.
Billy?
I
All
think
right,
so.
let's do. Whoop.
Oh, Dave's
That's not the
chart's up.
one.
You got to get rid of that, Dave, so I can share the screen. There we go. All right. So I can't do bubbles like Redman does bubbles. Redman makes it a gift and a proud gift that he has going over the bubbles. But we can see on the hourly that it's mostly green, really, on the hourly. If we look at the daily, we'll hit a couple of these. Mostly green on the daily. I haven't seen that in at least 24 hours, right? So, but on the weekly, we all know the deal on the weekly. ENA sticking out. BitTensor TAO sticking out too. Hopefully you guys have some bags of that. This one here is this one's killing me. 5 cent Caspa. Where's my man GF Burke? Need you, Burke. You need to keep pumping that Caspa. We need to see some Caspa moving here. A lot of the old ones, right? The old Dino coins, Cosmos down to 326. BNB though was the ripper, right? So far, it is backing off a little bit, but anybody got in on that BNB at $300, $400, $500, good for you. God bless you, man. That is awesome. Love to see those wins. I did find that I had, I joined Binance US like back in 21 or 20 or 21, and I don't, I just didn't use it that much. But I did go in there the other day, and I did find that I had about 2/3 of a BNB coin in there. I was like, all right, man. I haven't logged in. I had to figure out what my login was for that exchange. Yeah,
Boomer.
that's a boomer. That's a boomer move. Arrow, there you go, Dave. Dave, we're getting down 82 cents Arrow. It's just I've traded that. I mean, I've done really well on the Arrow token. So Arrow's at 82 cents. And let's take a look at the monthly. Look at Zcash. I mean, this is anybody got in on that. I mean, look down here, years down here, $47 for a long, long, long time. And then these folks come in here too as well. A lot of people came in at this point, and now we are all the way up to $2.34. It has dropped down from the $2.91, but Zcash has been a winner. I mean, there's been winners, guys. And BitTensor, shout out to Sin City. David over there got me into BitTensor way back in like 298, something, in the twos. Yeah, that was a good one. That's Sin City. That came from David over there. He's been hot on BitTensor. However, I did sell that off, so that is no longer in one of my bags. And of course, the Dark Crash token, the Chronos. Crash loves his Chronos. Oh, that's at 14. Boy, look at that. That took that dump too, down to 12. But it's really not that much, right? See, all time was 23 this season, so it's down to, it's about half, a little more than half that. So what else do we have? Let's take a look at the year and the big winners for the year. Everybody's still banging on XRP. Look at that. Look for the year. 339, not bad. I mean, if we could all pick 339 percenters, it'd be good. Pax Gold, of course, we're going to be talking about this a little bit today. Gold, $4,200 an ounce. Pax Gold, it's surrogate here in the crypto space. And of course, H-bar, not bad. Jimmy Jim, that's another one that I think several on our team hold. H-bar, I still have some of that token. I don't think as much as Jimmy Jim, but I do have some H-bar in one of my bags. So there you go. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the crypto bubbles. Let's move it on over to the fear and greed and the market cap with Tony. You ready for that, Tony?
Yes, sir. Today, we're looking at an overall market cap of, let me see if I can make that a little bit bigger on the screen, of $3.69 trillion, up 1.43%. And we were down to almost 3.5 trillion just 2 days ago. So that's a crazy drop from 4.2 down to 3.5. And now we're climbing back up with the entire crypto market. We got I'm going to go jump into the fear and greed. I'll share that tab separately.
Ooh.
So the fear and greed, we're at 27. Ooh, let me make that a little smaller. So this is the 30-day look at the fear and greed. Yesterday we were at 25. Today we're at 27. Last week we were at 31, and a month ago we were at 52. So things have definitely moved quite a bit.
Billy, what is this? Is this signaling a bottom, or is this signaling more pain to come?
Well, I bought a little Bitcoin yesterday.
At 30, right? Oh, was it
Yesterday.
yesterday?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we hear you.
so I bought a little yesterday. So what does it signal to me, man? You should have bought some Bitcoin. That's what I did. Anytime we're down in there, it was in the red. So anytime now this is just how I do it. And sometimes when it hits there, like everybody's different, right? But like there's been times when I could fill up a good bag because it went down into the red. And there's been times that I just couldn't put in as much as I'd like to at that moment. So this time was one of those moments. I couldn't dump a lot in, but I did buy. So that's what it signals to me, man. But everybody's different. That's a great indicator. I picked that up, full disclosure, from Lifer. Lifer taught me that a couple of years ago. He started talking about just a simple way to buy Bitcoin. If you really want to grind down and get even better at that, Army Piper has a great DCA program that he uses, that he created. So, I mean, just get out there and get yourself some Bitcoin. That's what you need to do is make sure you have some Bitcoin. So anyway, go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, so the altcoin season, we thought we were teased into getting into altcoin season with a 77 last month, but we're back down at it looks like they've updated the chart to show that it's maybe Bitcoin season. So 24 yesterday, we were at 24. Today we're at 25, and last week we were at 40. So you can see the 7-day change in the altcoin season index chart there on CoinMarketCap. And, you know, everything's gone down and to the right for a bit. But let's go look at this gold chart. I know Billy's teasing gold a little bit later, but I was looking at that on the 7-day. Gold was started at 4,017 and it pumped up to 4,300. And now we're hovering right around 4,250. So there definitely is, that'll tie into what we're talking about later on. Let me get back to the main chart and we can look at some real world assets. So the real world assets, gold still top of the chart as far as tokenized real world assets there. NVIDIA Corp, Microsoft, Apple, Alphabet, you got all the major brands there on that list. And we have some gainers. Let's see what this is over here. Let's look at some AI. So BitTensor still at the top of the AI chart there, Billy, as you were talking about, you know, Sin City got us into AI. Nears next in line, and then you have Story, ICP, Render, Filecoin. So a whole bunch of different movement. Of course, almost just about everything is red on the 7-day, but look, BitTensor had a 13% jump on the week and 11% on the daily. So something to look at, do your own research. And I think that's all we've got for today's CoinMarketCap.
Tony, can you pull back up? Can you show what altcoins were actually performing? Because that means there's 25 altcoins, right, that are outperforming Bitcoin. I mean, I know that's a low on the alt season index.
Talking about the fear and greed? On the altcoin season.
Yeah, on that one. So that means 25 coins are outperforming Bitcoin. Which ones are they?
Yeah,
okay,
so here's Bitcoin right here. You got Morpho, you got ENA, BGB, Solana, Tau, XMR, TRX. I don't know most of these. ETH, we got Cake, IP, that's what's that? KuCoins coin,
Uh-huh.
Crow, PaxG, Zao T, BNB, Dash, TWT, SNX, MNT, OKB, M.
Several exchange tokens.
MOUSE.
Yeah, a lot of exchange tokens. Aster
That's
and
a
then
good place
MYF.
to figure out what to trade. To kind of figure out where is your alt season maybe going to be. Is let's look at what coins are performing. You don't need all 75 or 100 to outperform Bitcoin to find some good places to trade.
Yep. And Link is right there, Billy. Link is just near Bitcoin right there. So there's some hope.
There's some hope. Let's say hello to our buddy Alex. Oh, crypto's in the
buddy
chat.
guy.
Good to see you, Alex. Oh, appreciate you stopping in. Know you're very, very busy, my friend. Appreciate you, man, of course.
One of the hardest working men in crypto is my favorite, Alex O. Crypto. I've never met a more honest, transparent, loving personality. Givers gain, Otter Gang. Billy Goat Tails loves you, Alex O.
There you go. Alex has his own commercial, man. So our thumbnail. Retail is here. They're just not buying altcoins. What are they buying? They're buying gold. Gold. That's where the retail is. I don't know. You can guys Google this yourself because I don't want to get strikes against us if we share videos and stuff like that. But you can go and watch some YouTube videos. I mean, it's like people lining up for the new iPhone at their local pawn places and gold plate. It's like crazy. It's just a fury going on with gold right now. And so there's a lot of videos out there. I was watching a few of them. This article here, of course, the price of gold is skyrocketing. What is this and will it continue? Well, listen, we have a lot of things that have cleared the path for crypto this year. A lot of adoption has occurred. We have the Clarity Act. We have Trump that said, I want to know exactly how much Bitcoin we hold in the United States of America. We found that out. He also said, I want to know exactly how much gold that we have. We didn't know. I've been told that we have that number now, but it's not really being shared publicly, but it's a lot different than what we thought it was. That's all I've heard. Total speculation until we get the official number. But we do know that gold was valued at 42 bucks, just a little bit over 42 bucks on the United States balance sheet. 42 bucks an ounce. That is nothing. Look, it's at 4,200 now, so when that gold gets evaluated for our books, it's going to put a nice big dent in our deficit there as far as a gold price. But gold surging. Now, this article was on the 15th, so it's a few days old. As we know, gold went up to 4,300, a little over 43 an ounce, but this was from Wednesday. And so what explains the soaring price of gold? A number of reasons have been suggested to explain the current record run for gold. These include greater economic uncertainties from a ballooning government debt levels and the current U.S. government shutdown, which, by the way, it is absolutely crazy that we just haven't, and I don't watch a lot of news. I just watch CNBC most of the time. I'm kind of like Piper on that deal. I'm an old school guy. I don't really want to watch news. I want to stay up with the markets. Yeah. There are also growing worries that the independence of the U.S. Federal Reserve, so that could be why gold's going up. If political interference pushes down U.S. interest rates, that could see a resurgence in inflation. And gold is traditionally seen as the hedge against inflation. We have all these factors. We even have some people afraid of war coming, and you have China buying a lot of gold. It holds a lot of gold. So gold is just in retail. Retail has just been pushing into it. So gold is going crazy. There are also growing worries, but these factors are unlikely to be the main reason behind the rise in gold prices. For starters, the price of gold has been on a sustained upward trajectory for the past 5 years. So some of us know Daniel Diaz, He is a big gold guy, works for a nonprofit, works with states, works with institutions on the adoption of gold. And he has been saying for a while, like he owns Bitcoin, he owned crypto, but he sold it last August, and he jumped into gold. Wow. I mean, you got to understand, we had on our show conversations about what are we going to do with our profits once we know that Bitcoin has reached its top, right? So where are we going to park our profits? That was suggested that we talk about that, because you can park your profits in a lot of different areas, real estate being one, gold being another, of course. And so at these prices, let's say the bull run ends here in the next couple of months, would it be smart to put your gains in gold at these prices? I think we can have a lot of discussion about whether it's good or not. Some people feel that gold is going to go up to $10,000 an ounce. I've heard that. It's like, hey, I don't know. I'm clueless. It's kind of like, where's Bitcoin going to go? Anybody says they know, don't believe them, because how would they know, right? I don't know. We can only play our theses out. That's all we can do, and just try to be good stewards of our own portfolios and do the right thing. That's all we can do. But very interesting. Monthly average gold price. Look at this chart, guys. Look at that peak. It's just absolutely parabolic. It's what the gold people have been waiting for a long time. This would be equivalent to us, buying Bitcoin at $16,000, knowing that it's going to go up. We just don't know how high it's going to go up. And then it does it, right? It makes you feel so validated. The more likely explanation for the current gold price rally is the growing demand from gold exchanges, traded funds, so ETFs. So gold has its ETF, right? These funds track the movement of gold or other assets such as stocks or bonds and are traded on the stock exchange. Most of us know what an ETF is. This makes assets such as commodities much more accessible to investors. But DDT. But before the first gold ETF was launched, way back in 2003, it was considered too difficult for regular investors to just get gold exposure. So the ETF really, really helped gold exposure. So isn't that something interesting to think about? The gold ETF was way back in 2003. And we are still waiting on many spot ETFs. Because of the government shutdown, a lot of the ones that were supposed to be approved in October are kind of getting kicked back down, the road, probably to November, I would say. I don't really know. That I can't get a lot of information if anybody has any more information on that, but it seems like there was several that were supposed to be approved in October, which would really help drive some liquidity and some buying power, but I think those are going to be delayed now because of the government shutdown.
There's one person.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's one person that might know a little something about that was in the chat saying that he really loves gold. There he is there. Alex Crypto.
What's going on,
What
my
a
friend?
What's going on? It's Alex Goldo. Can you see
It's
that?
Alexo.
What's going on?
Love you,
guys?
man. What's going on?
Doing?
This seems like a perfect time for an otter joke.
It's utterly fantastically better than Bitcoin right now. Well,
Go
it's
ahead,
more
Dave.
popular for sure.
Go ahead, Dave.
Hey, want to hear a quick otter joke? Hit me. Why'd you bring a ladder to the stream?
Is this going to be an utterly terrible pun?
Utterly? No way. Wait for it.
Because the fish were just otter reach. Okay, that was Otter This World.
I'll be here all week on the ground level.
I'm dead. Oh man, leave it to Dave, man. Leave it to Dave. That's classic, man. You guys are great.
Dave,
Welcome
put
to
some
the
time
stage.
into-
We love you, Alex.
Oh, I love you guys too, man. How you guys all doing? How's your Sunday treating you?
Amazing.
Yeah, good.
Fantasy football's doing well.
Oh, yeah.
Not
let me
for
check
these
that real
guys.
quick.
Oh yeah.
Check that.
I'm 1-5, guys, so I'm climbing back. You know, I had a Bo Nix for my quarterback, and Denver kind of.
Why don't you get some help from your community? They are amazing, and all you have to do is lean right on into them.
I asked.
Oh, and they suck. They're all nerds like us and don't know football.
Yeah, it didn't fare too well. So
They're like, Long the tight end. Like, what
I
do you mean long the
managed.
tight
I
end?
managed to beat Crypto Face last week, though, so I think I'm doing all right.
That's your
Yeah.
one win.
That's my one win. So who cares?
Let's go. Hey, yeah,
There you go.
that takes up for Trading Wars. That makes up
Right?
for
There we
all that.
go. Yeah. How you guys been
I
though? Like,
picked
how's
up
your
old
trading?
man- I picked up old man Flacco for the Icy Hot Bowl, and he got me 60-something points. So.
Yeah, that's illegal, man. You guys know this stuff too well, man. I got this. Oh, the only thing I did is I got that McAfee guy, and he is destroying people, man. San Francisco guy. He's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
That's
How'd you
my
get
only.
him? Yeah, you got him from the beginning.
That
in
was
your
my
draft?
first pick. Yeah, I was
Christian
lucky with
McCaffrey,
that.
yeah.
Besides that, everybody else is hurt. Neighbors, I picked Neighbors. He's hurt. I mean, I was like you, Billy. I got everybody got injured, and everybody underperformed. You know.
Well, I got most of my team back now, except for my quarterback, and I am right. Like I just checked it. I'm up 209 to 104, beating playing Green Day. Is he in there? Green Day. Sorry, man.
209.
Green Day
But-
Profits, are you in here?
I
for
mean,
the
I'm
beating?
still got players to play. I think I could crack. I could.
No
Crack
wonder Green Day's
250
denying
points.
trades.
I picked up Matt Stafford to save Bo Nix. Man, he's 32 points this week. Man, we doing okay, bro.
Yeah, man. No,
So are you guys all
listen,
short, right? We're all short. We're
No
all
way,
short
bro.
here.
No way.
No, I'm
Come
not,
on.
Like
And you
5
can
and
see
3/4.
what I'm doing on fucking Blowfin. Actually, with my little trades.
easy.
Are
Oop.
you
Did I say
You,
that? Sorry.
you swear jar in there, Dave? You
Oh
swear
yeah, that
jarring.
goes in the swear jar. Sorry, I'm
Swear
just
jarring.
fucking trading.
It's Sunday,
I didn't
buddy.
even hear
This
it.
is-
Yeah, we need one of those beeps.
I'm short
Yeah.
on Bitcoin right now.
From what? I mean, what are you looking for? I mean, I'm long from way low at 104.6.
Okay, yeah. I was picking up down there too. I bought some Solana down there. I think I bought Solana at 170,
Let me check Solana.
178. I picked up Solana at 178.
Got
It's
into
a
that
spot
Solana
bag.
trade at
Anything
185.
sub 180 on Solana, I think's a good pickup.
Yeah,
So
I think so.
I've been doing that, and I didn't scoop up any Bitcoin. I've been actually rotating out of my Bitcoin. So I'm 40% out of my Bitcoin position, but I sold a lot at like 125.8. I was like
Nice.
right there. So, you gotta try and keep it, right? So I think, the market's been vicious to us lately. And the one good thing about being a scalper is I was nowhere to be. I was hiking with my family on that Friday when that whole liquidation event happened. So
We were.
there's
in
been
the
a
lake
lot of
house.
wounds, to be licked, right?
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
like not sure what was even going on. It was kind of like our day was full. Dave was the guy kind of keeping us plugged in, I think.
No, after the fact. Oh, we
After
were
the
like,
fact.
holy shit, holy crap, what just happened? Is where we were
Mhm.
like, you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had no clue. We were tuned into what was going on. We were present at the moment. And it wasn't in the chart.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, really cool. So you're buying a lot of gold, Alex?
I've never bought gold in my life, man. I had a gold chain given to me by my grandparents, and that's about it. For me, gold is. I've done a lot of TA on gold, and it's. We were looking for this breakout for quite a bit, but
Let's pull
once
up that
something gets
chart. Can
once
someone
something
pull that
gets
up? Alex
pretty
wants to.
vertical, it does tend to cool off. Oh, this is why I'm short right now. Solana resistance level 190, Bitcoin resistance. This is where I am short from momentum break. This is short-term time frame stuff, guys. So for me, obviously way away from VWAP, big aggressive move, giving everybody that hopium into the weekly candle close, break a momentum, retest back in, short back down, confluence on Solana, head and shoulders, okay, into our resistance level here. Very simple. Whenever you see, for me anyways, whenever you see imbalance like this, it's like, okay, they're coming back sometime, right? For me, you can say 3 drives here. You can say break a structure, retest here. However you want to justify it. It's very easy. Once you saw the weakness into a key area this afternoon, I guess it was, that momentum, pretty, we were looking here.
Short. Makes
Pretty
sense.
easy. So we just rolled over here nice and easy peasy. I've already taken some out, stop loss at entry basically now, and just letting it roll. Quick $400 on the weekend, paid for the groceries, paid for the outdoor event and all the stuff we've been doing, enjoying our weekend here as a family. But yeah, for gold, if we're looking at gold, Billy, I mean, look at this. Like it was I've been looking for this breakout since August, right? So it was just about consolidation, continuation. Very simple for gold here. The thing with gold that concerns me is once you can see here from the past, right? When we looking back into 2012, when we really started to take parabolic. Once you get into this where you're absolutely vertical, right? When you're absolutely vertical, that's where you tend to cool off. Not to say that it's done, but once you get absolutely vertical, which you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see that we're absolutely vertical now. You don't even have to really change this all that much, but we are vertical. So for me, it's like you're looking for something along the lines of consolidation, continuation, right? And that parabolic curve can then push out into a wider parabolic curve, right? That's typically how they work. And you typically get 4 stops along the way, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then your 4th one's typically the most vertical. If you pull up any sort of a parabolic chart pattern, you type that into Google, it's typically 4 bases. If you look at the image, I can just quickly overlay it for you guys here. But you typically go into this base 4, and then you get your sell point, which would look like this, right? This is any traders, you get your 4 bases, you get your vertical point, right? And then you tend to correct after that. And I think it's about, maybe there's one more. We could go back and consider this the start of it right here where we started to go. So this could be the last one that we are getting into right now. We're very vertical. So that's something to keep an eye on for gold. And the best thing is like you said, they're out there it's like the new PlayStation 5 just came out, man. It's like Black Friday sale, man. These guys are lining up, and they're whatever, right? It's pretty extreme out there for these guys on the lineups.
Like the new iPhone, man. They're standing in lines.
Yeah, right.
Screaming for them for the gold.
Wild.
It's crazy.
It's
That's
wild.
the time to sell in my book. That's the time to sell.
Isn't that what they're doing? Is selling it?
No,
Isn't that what they're in line for?
Well,
They're in
retail's
line to
buying,
buy.
but
They're in line to buy.
They go to gold pawn shops and everywhere else to buy gold. If they want physical gold. Of course, there's a ton of ways to buy gold. There's all kinds of gold companies out there. They advertise on CNBC all the time. Legitimate companies, right?
Yeah.
But and you do have people selling too. Yeah, there are some people that probably are taking in their neck.
Yeah, I mean, some people bought gold in the 80s and they're like, it hasn't moved, right? So,
right. It's been a long time.
Now they're like, man, I'm going to cash in while I can, right?
Yeah. I mean, I have some gold and silver, just real bar, in my safe that's been in there forever. I say that try to come for. You want some? Come get some, bro. You don't want to come to my house.
No, you don't want to go to Billy's house. He'll call us Canadian. I got a pet polar bear, man.
You don't want to, but and it's not that much, anyways. But it's like I see it as like for my grandkids, and it's not anything that's gonna.
My grandparents, the same thing, man. They're like
Yeah.
of that generation where they just bought gold, and like if there's something
Right.
that they're going to store, cash. That was the way they did it, right?
Yeah, right. And that's kind of way I'm old school like that. I just look at it as like, okay, like from the old generations, you always got to have some gold and silver. I grew up in that mindset, so of course you're going to have some gold and silver. But had Daniel Diaz on with BC and Piper, and we were talking about it, and I was like, listen, I don't think you have to hate Bitcoin to love gold, or have to hate gold to love Bitcoin. They're not enemies, right? But
No,
for
if
my
anything,
kids,
they're in parity. Yeah.
but for my kids, like they're not going to get wealthy buying gold. They will get wealthy buying Bitcoin.
Buying
So the more
Bitcoin, yeah.
Bitcoin they have, so it's like, to me, it's not even close, right? But Daniels represents gold, right? I mean, he works for that nonprofit, and of course, he's kind of like we are with Bitcoin, just kind of like Maxis, right?
Yeah.
Like we really believe in the ethos of Bitcoin, right? So I get where he's coming from.
Are you guys going to be going to the Bitcoin conference again?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
That'd be sweet. Yeah, I'm planning my trip right now as we speak, so I'm trying to see. I need my people to be there,
We'll be there, brother.
And Dave's bringing his tennis racket, I heard.
Yeah, and Tony already gave up his room, so I got to go in there with Billy this time.
Yeah.
You see what he's doing, Tony? He's putting it like out there in public. So.
Yeah, he's exposing.
He already gave it up. It just is what it
I
is.
don't know about that, Billy. Yeah.
It's just me. I might have to edge you out, Dave.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Oh.
I think Dark Crash is going. We can room together.
So
I'm
we
sure.
can put the taser on you in the morning.
I don't know if you know what you're getting into, Billy. I roomed with Dave at Consensus.
Oh, you got stories for me, huh?
Oh, you know who has the stories, Billy. You've roomed with Tony for how many years?
Well, several times, yeah.
Yeah, you got stories.
And later on today, you guys are going to get to know us a little bit more. That it's going to be a little fun segment we do.
Yeah, no, but I did book the room at what's it, Jimmy? I always get it.
Venetian?
Palazzo.
Palazzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't booked anything yet, so I'm looking to do that. Can we still get the press pass tickets and stuff like that? Is that still like a...
Yeah, you can apply,
They're
but
not.
they're not.
I don't think
out
they're
yet.
open yet.
It wasn't
I don't think
open
it's
to
open.
apply yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll be
okay.
checking every couple weeks, every month. I'll let you know when I find out if that's
I
cool.
appreciate it, Tex Max.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, we plan on going. I don't know. We try to go to Consensus. We try to go to Rare Evil.
Consensus is so close.
They
this year.
invited me to go to Singapore and Dubai. I mean, with a 1-year-old, I don't want to spend time away from my boy that long and stuff, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Alex
Even
said,
when
invite me when he's 13.
we'll take you moose hunting.
Even when the guys were here for that 4 days, like, man, I really miss my grandkids. I mean, they're living here with us. We do everything together. It's like, I miss them. Yeah. So, I hear you, man. It's like,
Yeah.
it's everything, right?
Well, I'm about to go and cook dinner and spend some time. I brought the gang over, shared it out, so the gang should be
Oh,
all
thank
here.
you.
And
you.
they can all listen to some masterful superstardom TA from DDT here, because I know he's got some alpha all the time. And God bless you guys. Have a wonderful Sunday, and thanks for having me on. And I'll be listening in the background.
Wait. What's for dinner?
I'm cooking some. I'll probably do some chicken scallopini. Some proper Italiano. I'm doing it right.
Yeah, scallopini.
Oh,
You have
you're a
to
big
post a
can't wait for
picture
it,
or two.
please.
I mean,
Television.
I take a Nona's recipe, I take it the sauce, I make it the scallopini, mix it all together. Oh, Sunday dinner, man. Got to do it
Make
right.
it sound so
like
good.
Granddad right there.
That's it. All right, take care, everybody.
See you, bro. Thank you.
man.
Love you, man.
Love you guys.
DDT. Look, I don't know that it's always great to have Alex on. Just to recap, altcoin season, or retail is here. Yeah, they're here. They're buying gold. I don't know that they're buying altcoins. So Great that he pulled up the gold chart. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart with DDT.
So yeah, good evening, afternoon all. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. So quick top down on Bitcoin. So for now, obviously, last 2 weeks, new all-time high at 126. We've had 2 weekly bearish candles for now. The issue that I see with the weekly currently is just that on and off. On market cipher A, we have a weekly blood diamond flashing. I think this has been on and off since like Tuesday or Wednesday. So Frankie was a bit concerned about it. Kind of, if anyone watched the clip, I think maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday evening on his live. So currently, it's not printing. We've averted danger. My line for danger at the moment for Bitcoin is a weekly pivot level at 107,300. We're currently closing above it. We do have a weekly red dot, and obviously there's sell pressure, and we've come down. What's happened on the daily is that we have now come down to another lower volume profile when it loads. So last week we dropped down through the profile between 113 and 120. Now what we've done is we've come back up and we've put in a lower high, kind of just reframing all the structure. We've hit a local golden pocket in there. There was probably a 4-hour demand or something, 4-hour supply. Yeah, there's kind of 4-hour kind of candles imbalance to recover as well. So daily, another lower high, put in a lower low. The issue with the daily is the daily has broken structure. Daily has had a close below this level at 107.2. So the daily is a bit more bearish, kind of time frame wise. Market cipher B on the daily, it's still red. It's been red since literally dropped about 120k, give or take. For me now, the other concerning things were the higher time frame money flow on market cipher B. We've kind of averted a bit of danger there because they flattened out. They are coming out slightly. 4-day, 3-day, 2-day literally was coming out. I thought that was going to cross red as well, which is a bit more bearish. So on Friday, again, obviously we had a few 3 days drop. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days down into a POC kind of within the lower range below the 113 to 120 range, basically 102 to 108 kind of is the profile levels, volume profile levels. And we had a very macro, if I pull it up, we had a very macro 786 that we hit at the moment, kind of around 104.1. There were some other levels. I can't actually figure out kind of by my method, there were other levels as to why we bounced at 103.8. I just kind of can't kind of say for now exactly what they were, but there was 103.8-ish. There was a kind of key support. I think it was bouncing off this daily order block here, or the top of another order block, daily demand kind of below it. So yeah, we've bounced for now. We're not quite out the woods just yet. Weekly currently, we are not printing the blood diamond, so that's okay. So if we just go around to the 4-hour, what's happened is obviously the 4-hour money flow started to come up, but rounding out. Obviously, what I was hoping for and looking for was that we would at least for now, kind of this is the resistance above us where we've literally just rejected this 109.2. So basically this, it's basically a 4-hour order block, 4-hour supply, however you look at it, kind of from that method. And obviously we have the value area high of this previous range up to 108.2, which we just burst through. So for now, it's looking good. It's looking a bit better, kind of on the daily and the weekly closes. The weekly close, we still needed to close above 108.200, basically, or this weekly pivot. So yeah, this 107.300 is kind of the key level. So it's like a SFP, swing failure pattern, buying pressure, however you want to look at it. It is better than what we're probably expecting here. So for the time being, it's looking okay. Ideally, what I would like to see now, if we can get the weekly close back up above like 109, we're currently at 108.7 or 108.8, give or take. So what I was looking at kind of as some retest levels on Bitcoin is just pulling Fibonacci's. We kind of around 111. There is a lot of liquidity there. I don't know if this is on the right template. So I was showing this to Dave pre-show with kind of the liquidity levels. So anything from 111 up to like 116, basically where this lower high was, kind of up here, there's liquidity all the way up there, kind of stop orders or liquidations. So it makes sense that it could, and the probability is it could get back up there and kind of squeeze some short out before making another lower high. Generally, my consensus now, a lot are saying that the low is in. I'm not quite convinced until we flip daily structure back bullish. So we need daily closes above 116 at this point, then come put in a higher low, and then we go. So for Bitcoin, basically danger averted for now. We just got to watch a weekly close. And also as well, the thing is as well, on a Sunday, you always expect a rally or a sell-off into weekly close, depending how price action is looking. Currently, we've averted the weekly, sorry, blood diamond. So for me, now kind of things that I look at, it's looking okay. Daily money flow is still red. We're looking for a green dot kind of within the next day or two on the daily, which is normally a higher time frame signal, kind of fairly decent to kind of put a little bit more buy pressure and for us to move up. So with that as well, we have a 90-minute, which is a 1/16th market cipher B strategy. So the daily green dot with a 90-minute money flow crossing into the green. We've had the 90-minute money flow crossover ready and move up. But by that 1 hour, 90-minute, we are looking a little bit overheated at this point, with kind of obviously this push up from earlier on this morning and today. Not unlikely that either we will have like a slow grind down kind of to Asia Open or to CME Open, which is in a few 15-20 minutes. But for now, yeah. So where would I be kind of just looking at support? So locally, I just use Fibonacci. So daily open, psychological high. So somewhere around like this 107,300 basically. So between 107.3 and 108.2 is kind of the key levels for me to hold, or kind of for price to hold going into Asia Open. But weekly close definitely above 107,300 is danger averted for now. By that, there's not actually too much I am looking at for Bitcoin. Everyone's doom calling and saying 100K. Yes, that can happen. But for now, based on what I'm seeing and what I'm looking at, we've had market structure break on the 1 hour bullish. So that generally should support some either ranging sideways or a little bit more upward price action, in my opinion. But also as well, if we do come down, obviously we have a fair few volume levels for us to hold. So 108.2, 107.3, we've got levels at 105, 500, 105, 400 as well. So we fairly are well supported on the way down. I think now as well that we've been kind of moving down the way we have, I think bids will start coming back in and we'll start building some kind of support. And kind of that's my hope going forward. I'm not getting too bearish just yet until we literally break this 102K level. I'm not really kind of 103, 102. I'm not really getting all that bearish as yet on Bitcoin. But for now, kind of 108.3, 107.3, 105 kind of key levels below us. Looking at ETH quickly. ETH is actually performing a bit better than Bitcoin, right? Because Bitcoin was sorry, I didn't show it, but Bitcoin was below its daily 200 EMA, where ETH wicked into it and still held the daily 200 EMA. So it is, and obviously as well, it's come back up into the daily 50 EMA and rejected it so far this week, or earlier on, late since last week. The weekly not looking as bad as well. The weekly on Bitcoin, it's just. Yeah, it's not even a blood diamond, not even a vector candle, so not even high volume. So ETH's being scooped up. If you're just looking at the EMAs, where we're looking at the volume profiles and the volume weighted levels, we've basically dropped out of this top profile here that runs between 41.53 and 45.89. We've come back up, hit the POC, rejected, which is somewhat bearish, still lower high on the daily. Come back down, and we have now moved into a kind of lower profile that sits between, say, 3,500 and 3,800. We've bounced off the top of it, which is a lot better. We front ran the POC a bit of that range, but when looking at the kind of the Fibonacci pull from the low to the high, from 3150 up and 3350 up to 4300, give or take. We've bounced off the local golden pocket / POC region of that range. This is generally somewhat more bullish because it's not really done a full rotation into this range yet. It's bounced back out of it. So kind of that has me thinking, and based on the fact that it's printing a daily green dot where Bitcoin isn't, and has had a lot more better spring up and kind of movement upwards. 90-minute greens have a full-on daily 90. And then there's kind of the range. There's 3 ranges here, basically. So we're now in this range. We've now reclaimed kind of the 3800 region. And kind of what I'm seeing now, yes, kind of like Bitcoin getting a little bit overbought. But for the most part, I would say that, yeah, if it cracks 4K, it's going to start squeezing up as well. I did think I saw Andrea was saying that 4K was obviously being the kind of the level to break, and obviously psychological level. So for the most part for ETH, kind of ranging out, kind of key supports kind of at the moment that I'm seeing is like 3800. And then obviously we have the kind of 3650 where kind of we bounced off during this week. Money flow is looking okay, actually a lot better than Bitcoin. But also as well, there's a lot. It just seems like ETH's caught a lot more bids than what Bitcoin done. But I think we're at the stage now where a lot of traders are front running kind of the alt season or kind of the cycle top or those type of things. So it can also be sentiment kind of based as to why on all the big dips, yes, the alts and ETH puke a bit more and kind of come down a bit more. But the good thing here, kind of specifically with ETH or probably some other selective alts, is that they bounce better than Bitcoin, which kind of, it states me in kind of good thought to think that there's a little bit of hope for a little bit more upside this week, specifically on alts, and alts generally outperform a little bit kind of towards Bitcoin, depending on what Bitcoin does. Hopefully Bitcoin doesn't roll over, ETH will still go up a bit more. And then obviously, yeah, looking at like other kind of strong altcoins like Solana and stuff, they've also bounced quite hard out the gates after the Friday dip. So for the most part, ETH 3800, 3600 basically. For me, I'm just thinking it's going to rotate back up, and probably your next line of resistance is like 4150 to 4200. It looks like it'll range out in this middle range that sits between 38 and 42, 3800 and 4200, give or take. But from what I'm seeing specifically on ETH, outperforming Bitcoin, doing better than Bitcoin. And yeah, it's probably going to, if Bitcoin goes up, ETH will probably still outperform a little bit this week as well. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the charts for Bitcoin and ETH this week.
You know, hopefully my mic's a little louder now. So hopefully everybody can hear me now, Jimmy. No? Is
I
it
can't
louder?
even hear you now, Billy.
We can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
I hear him.
All right, sorry.
Like really, really low.
Is it really low?
Now you're good.
Am I good now? Okay. Jimmy was behind the scenes telling me to talk to the microphone, but that is DDT's go-to emoji, just like Frankie's is liquidity, right? So every time DDT says something, you got to drop the butt emoji in there for DDT. Custom emoji right over here at Billy Goat Tales for our man. Good analysis, DDT. We appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Tony, what are we doing to next?
Well, next, Billy, we were going to do a little bit of a theme of things that is going on the different socials, Instagram, TikTok. It's called Who is Most Likely To? So who is most likely to, basically from the team, who's most likely to do the question that I'm going to have. And I showed the team examples so you kind of know what to get into. But basically, we'll point to who is most likely to. If Red is not here, I guess we got to just say Red's name if that's who you think it is. But
You want me to roll it?
yeah, let's roll it. DDT, I'm going to pull you downstream just for a minute, and then we'll bring you back up.
Welcome to Who is Most Likely. Let's warm up those guesses. Who is most likely to steal the spotlight tonight? Lock your answers.
All righty. Who is most likely?
to steal the spotlight. I say DDT right over here. I say DDT.
Wait.
I'm just bringing him up for this one. Who's going to steal the spotlight? DDT. Yeah, we have to figure out which direction is which. All right. All right, so I have a few other questions. So who is most likely to lose their AirPods, glasses, or cufflinks on a trip? Yeah, everybody knows.
Jimmy Jim.
I think twice, 2 or 3 times during this trip. And then we've had to seek and find them. Last time was in the couch cushions, and he wasn't even sitting there. So who knows?
Dave tried to steal them.
I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for y'all pesky kids.
And of course, you can answer in the chat. We'd love to see what your thoughts are too. So number 2, who is most likely to tell a bad joke? Yeah, I'll take it.
You know, Jimmy.
Oh, Billy. Jimmy says Billy.
Yeah.
Dave and yeah.
Tony, you won that one.
There you go. Who is most likely to want to pet a dog walking by?
Let's see.
Oh,
Dave
yeah.
Digital.
We had some photos. I shared them in the Discord of him making a little friendly pup friend at the retreat. That was really cool to see. It was just cool to see the joy that both of them seemed to be having. So who is most, and I would say Alexandra G too. Maybe Alexandra G would be likely to pet that dog walking by. Can I pet that dog? So who is most likely to have snacks on them at all time? Who's like, probably me. I always have something on hand. You never know. Because Billy and them, they eat breakfast and then they eat dinner. And I'm like, hey, where's that in between? And Redman too. Redman's like, I'm getting a little hungry. So I had snacks and I could give some to Redman. So he was happy about that. Who is most likely to want to get to the airport 2.5 to 3 hours early? Redman. I say Redman.
I think all of us. Well, I know I like to get there 2 hours early, at least in Texas.
Yeah, in Texas. But at your airport, Billy, you didn't really need that much time. It was pretty quick and easy to get in, which was nice. Which would be great for the weekend at Billy's next year. Yeah. So who's most
Billy was ready to get rid of us? We said we wouldn't be there 6:15, 6:30. Billy rolls up to the airport at 5:45.
Yeah, he was like, I'm tired. He's like, what time do you got? Yeah, he's like, what time do you guys fly out? We told him. He's like, oh, that's way too late. We're gonna get y'all there early.
We could have sat there and ate some more rolls, Jimmy. By the way, your steak was good. I said we could have sat at the restaurant and ate some more rolls, but your steak was good a couple of days later. By the way, I don't know if I told you that or not, but it was good. Billy took the leftovers from the restaurant. I hope that lady's gotten a hold of you, Billy. I know we talked about it last week. Hasn't.
No, she hasn't. Well, she has the key to help unlock her crypto, and so hopefully she reaches out. So who is most likely to tell you that there's something cool to look at, but you have to turn around because we already passed it? Yeah, CryptoBilly. But to his credit, he did also drive the other direction. We got to see those cool things. But every time we pass something cool, hey, yeah, if you look back there, we just passed it, but that's pretty cool. Who's most likely to make a friend anywhere they go? Dave Digital. Yeah, he made some friends while we were waiting for me to get my Starbucks cup for my wife. He was out there making friends, which is awesome. What happened? What I missed?
I remember the friend.
Oh, really? I didn't hear the story.
What are you talking about? You just gave the story.
You just gave the
Digital
story.
Making friends in the Starbucks parking lot.
Yeah. But I don't know who the friend was. Anyways, I saw a picture. Who's most likely to keep their opinions to themselves?
Redman?
Maybe Redman.
Maybe Tony.
Me?
I'm gonna vote Tony.
You gotta really
Red.
pull stuff out of Jimmy Jim. I mean, he'll give you his opinion, but you gotta kind of like.
Yeah, I think Jimmy. I don't know. Who's most likely to dance randomly in public?
I think both of us.
That's
me and Tony.
Dave.
And Jimmy, wait a minute. Don't you remember Jimmy kept busting out his break dance? Like
Jimmy
I thought he was going to actually let it go, but he
so
kept
did
holding
Tony
it in.
down at the Fall for Greenville. Remember?
Wonder why those burgers taste so good.
at the Taco Shack.
Yep.
Who's
Fucking
most
lock
likely to take the best on-scene videos? I say Jimmy Jim does a great job of taking on-scene videos. He's just following up the group, and you never know. He's just pulling up the camera and he's got it and he puts it all together. Man, you did a great job. Who's most likely to give up their seat on a seat on a bus for a stranger? I say Redman, maybe, or Billy.
Yeah, it's gonna be Billy. I remember there was a story about Billy getting into something way cool.
Who's most likely to quietly take over the world? I say Jimmy. Jimmy quietly is
I
going
don't
to
know if
take
he'll do
over.
it quietly.
Oh, maybe not quietly. He'd quietly take over and then he'll loudly announce it. Maybe. Who's most likely to survive a zombie apocalypse?
Billy and Jimmy.
Yeah.
Really? Jimmy,
Yeah.
Billy. I say Dave. Gonna
No
go
way.
carnival.
Dave can make friends with him.
And Red, maybe. Who's
Y'all
most
are the
likely?
PCA guys.
Who's most likely to be going to bed when you're getting up? That's this guy. And who's the most likely to go the extra mile to help a friend or colleague? I say all of these guys here.
Everybody on the team.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you in the chat, we know you do too. The giver's gain mindset and philosophy is alive and well. So thank you for that little segment of who is most likely. Maybe we'll do something similar to this or a little different, some other type of icebreaker style thing. Get to know us, because some of the people that are in here or that are watching may be new, and we have a great community here. All of you in the chat, of course, and so thanks for playing.
We'll have to make it about the pick the people out of the chat instead of us. Make it about.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So we get to know them. What's going on, K Diggity? Or is it K? Hey, he's back to K Diggity. All right.
Well,
Yeah,
we should
I actually
say hello to everybody in
captured
the
that
chat.
moment in time when he went from K Diddity back to K Diggity in our stream last night.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
okay. Nice. Philly Whiz Kid, good to see you. Andrea, good to see you. Rusty, everybody throw your WD-40 can emoji in. Got to keep Rusty Bot nice and lubricated. That's what the WD-40 can is for. All of our emojis have some type of value to them, representing somebody in our community, most likely.
Yeah.
Who's can Bubbit? What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in today on Sunday. We appreciate it. I know a lot of good football is going on right now. So
We got Crypto Changed Me.
Okay.
And of course, DDT. We've got Emma Coiner.
Emma, everybody feed Emma. Emma, good to see you, Emma.
We've got Jay Violet and Mike Volmer and Poman in the chat as well. So what's going on, chat? What's going on, Alexandra G and Andrea as well?
Mike V is the male Alexandra G of mods. He is everywhere modding for everybody. So we appreciate you.
100%.
Appreciate you.
Is this the part of the show where you were going to go into the weekend of Billy's?
We can. Let's just move right along.
Sounds good.
So we had the weekend at Billy's last weekend, and we had just a great time. So how do you get in? We're going to have an annual trip. The only thing you need to do is make sure you have one of our NFTs. If you don't know how to buy one of our NFTs, just go to our website, which is www.billygoattails.io, and you can see right there how to get one of our NFTs. Pretty simple, pretty easy. It is on the Cardano blockchain. You do need to get yourself a Vesper wallet, which is easy at the App Store. Just download it, boom. Get some Cardano in there for 25 ADA, which is nothing. You get a chance to get on the wheel. And every year we pull a winner, and we're going to have a weekend trip to Billy's, and you get to come absolutely free. You just have to get there. That's the only thing you have to do. So for all of you fans and friends that are overseas, that might be a little bit expensive, flying across the pond. But for all of you in the United States, it's going to be pretty easy. for you to do, and we take care of everything else. I mean, it's really fun. We had a great time. Hopefully, Jimmy Jim, I don't know if you, we didn't really talk about this, but I know Jimmy captured some really good video of the trip, and if I don't know if that's ready or not, Jimmy, but if it is, we'll play that because
while he's getting that ready, I do want to warn everybody.
Incriminating evidence in it.
I'll take that out. That cannot happen, man.
There was that one time when we were out on the lake. You guys remember where we were so scared, and then Tony didn't know what to do? Y'all remember that?
Look out! What is that thing? Get us out of here.
Tony, I don't know why you took out Jimmy.
I don't know. I think I was protecting him from something behind him. And
I'm glad Red had a lightsaber.
Our NFT isn't just for something to hold on to and buy and get entry into trips. There is a book related to a book that goes into it. It's a 30-chapter book broken into 3-chapter segments. And so that's from our first 30 weeks of X Spaces, transcribed and recorded with 172 people's input. The first 10 chapters are Giver's Gain Pathway, more of a leadership style book. And then the last 20 are related to crypto. Some things that are still very, very applicable today because we didn't talk about specific platforms or specific projects. We talked really about the technology itself. So
yeah, we had a blast. Who did I just see? It says they're just stopping in. Who was that? Appreciate you, brother.
I'm not interested in the boat
Crab
outings.
Man. It was Crab Man. Good to see you, Crab Man.
Crypto Crag, man.
That's not the only type of boat outings, K-Dig, but yeah, I get it.
So, Jimmy, are you ready? Or was you editing that or not? Huh?
Yeah, he's editing.
Am I ready for what?
He's
that
editing.
video. You
It's
said
got
some
incriminating evidence.
and I know how you do things.
No,
Man.
it's
You're
still
like, oh, hold on, just.
It might be another week, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know, Jimmy.
We do have. Do you remember whenever the? Oh, nice. The goat got a visit from an alien. I don't know if you remember this, and the goat was sharing with the alien what does Giver's Gain mean. Do you remember that, Billy?
Yeah, why don't you remind me?
First lesson of hashtag Giver's Gain. Come sit. Around here, we share first and talk later.
Sharing before asking?
In hashtag Giver's Gain, we start by offering, no strings.
Accepting is part of giving?
In hashtag Giver's Gain, we start by listening.
Then
You'll hear my sky?
I give first too?
Beautiful. In Giver's Gain, giving just keeps orbiting. But then you get less?
Somehow I get more.
Give first. They'll watch it grow. Hashtag Giver's Gain. Understood.
I mean, Dave Digital back in the saddle, making
It's
the
universal
clips for
now.
us. That's awesome, man.
And of course, it'll get better. You can see the little bitty flaws in there, but that's just so amazing how far that it's come and what we can do now. It's so exciting.
Yeah, I do think you're taking writing lessons from Tony, though.
I get a lot of inspiration from Tony.
All right, man. Let's see. Let's just jump right back into a couple of our crypto topics for everybody. We wanted to just have a little fun with you guys regarding our, and I guess we'll have the video that Jimmy's producing a very nice video of the trip. But there's a section in there that I was like, dude, you cannot play that. So that's going to be for the behind the scenes, some sort of paywall that Dave will put up somewhere. If you want to see that.
That's not suitable for work.
Yeah.
And I know it's a little off topic, but one thing that I did want to share is that we have a new motivational mindset thumbnail. So if you see this pop up, you want to click in. That's our new motivational mindset thumbnail that we have put together.
Perfect.
Did you just plug a thumbnail?
I just plugged the thumbnail so people didn't get like scroll over it thinking they were missing the motivational mindset. Dave put that together.
It's now polished. It shows Billy's face, and he's the inspiration behind all that, and that's who we want to see. And then it's got the silver colors to show that he is royalty, and it'll be eye-catching. I think it's just a little more fitting. It was a collaboration between Tony and I, with inspiration being Billy. So
yeah,
really excited about that new launch.
Yeah, that was a great, as beautiful as artwork. So yeah, it's awesome. Thank you. So here we go. Of course, you're going to see some ads on this, but Bitcoin just became a path to home ownership. Now, the housing market right now, and I'm in housing, it has just been, the cost of housing is just so incredibly high right now. And personally, it's my career, right? I mean, very involved in all aspects of it. And I don't see new houses coming down. The labor side of it is just, we need more mechanical people. We need HVAC, electricians, plumbers. And so they can really drive the bodies. Those firms need bodies. They need new apprentices. They need to teach new people how to do plumbing, how to do HVAC, how to do become an electrician. And they don't have the manpower. So to have good trades, it's becoming harder and harder to find really, really good trades to build the houses, right? So we home builder side, we are paying way, way, way more than we ever have to just build the same house. So it's not so much about all of the inputs, like lumber went up during COVID, it's come back down. But stuff like steel, metal, Dave's in roofing, so like roofing, raw materials, those types of things have went up. But it's more like on the labor side too. So how does that relate to Bitcoin? What does that have to do with Bitcoin? Well, due to the rising cost of housing, many young people now think they might never be able to afford a new house. But don't worry, Bitcoin could change all of that and make home ownership a true reality. At the end of June, which, this year, right? Just a few months ago, U.S. Federal Housing Finance Agency issued a new directive instructing both Fannie and Freddie to count Bitcoin as an asset on the single-family home mortgage applications. So this isn't new news, right? We brought this up on this show before, but it is relative now because of the cost of housing and what's the housing market. Because some people are suggesting, and it could be, that there's going to be another collapse in housing. From a new building perspective, we're still 2 million units below what inventory-wise, below what we need to be. So like Trump is pushing for new incentives. He's working with Bill Pulte, which is the head of Fannie, to come up with incentives to get home builders to build more houses because the inventory is low. On the other hand, the aftermarket housing, the house in your neighborhood that's for sale, not a brand new house, right, but a house that's for sale, in some areas the prices come down. Some areas the prices stand on the market a little longer than it used to. So that's in some ways a good sign. But new construction costs, we just keep raising our prices because everything costs, mostly on the labor side, costing more. But and that's a DDT but at the end of June of this year, you now can put on if you own Bitcoin, you can count it as an asset. That's gonna help so many young people that believe in crypto, that are into crypto, but you never before were able to count it as an asset. You never could call it, like if you had $1,000 in your savings, you could count that. But if you had $1,000 in Bitcoin, you couldn't count that as an asset. Well, that's going to change the calculation on your mortgage application. And now they're allowing crypto, which is just a tremendous blessing for especially the younger generation. Most people agree that American dream of buying a new home is currently out of reach. Prices for homes have been soaring, and higher interest rates have put mortgage payments out of reach for many would-be home buyers. And we do know a lot of people are on the sidelines, living with mom and dad, or they sold, and they made good money when they sold, but they can't go back into the market because it costs so much. So they're just kind of like in that limbo zone for the last several years until they can feel like they can afford a new home. There's plenty of evidence to support this. In July of 24, a CNN survey reported that 86% of all the renters said that they would like to buy a home, but they just can't afford one. And 54% of those said that it was unlikely that they would ever be able to own a home. And that is just sad. I mean, like I would say to everybody, you will never be able to do anything if you don't believe you can do it. You first have to believe you can. You can't never did anything, right? Can always does it. So you got to believe, you got to have faith that you can. And that's the first obstacle, your own brain, your own mind. The problem is even more profound for young would-be homeowners who now face a slowing economy and nagging thoughts that AI could be coming for their jobs. How are they ever possibly going to be able to afford a new house? That's what they think in their mind, right? And Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. That's where Bitcoin comes into this whole housing picture. If you think the price of new homes are soaring, then what about the price of Bitcoin? In 2022, the price of Bitcoin was $17,000. We all know that. A lot of us were able to get it at that level. And today, the price of Bitcoin, when this article was created, was $107,000. If you had purchased Bitcoin in 2012, really, you could have purchased it in 2022 at 17. But if you purchased it in 2012 when it was trading at less than $100, you would be able to afford just about any type of home you could imagine today. And so good things are happening, and I could read on and on about this, but good things are happening. And there's another crypto like real estate story that Jimmy Jim had sent over. Now this is going to be the fun part, Jimmy. Can you pull that up? That's Let's see. I don't know if it's going to let me. Jimmy Jam. Yeah. New York Skyline. Yeah, let me see. We got Dave Digital on our team. We can do anything with Dave Digital on our team. There you go.
There you go.
Got to blow that up a little bit, though. Let's see. Oh. All right, give me a second, Jimmy. Give me a second. Housing and Bitcoin.
I got it pulled up already, Billy.
Yep. New York Skyline makes history. First building tokenized through Red Swan Digital with what? H-bar, Hedera. Check this out, guys. If you want to scroll, show the post. So George Bell, history was made in New York City real estate this week. The first building on the iconic New York City skyline has officially been tokenized. A huge a huge moment for real-world assets shared during the Red Swan Digital Summit yesterday along a side of a keynote. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are watching this all happen. We're all living in this moment right now where we're seeing all the mass adoption, everything we dreamed about, where we're seeing institutional, we got the investment, we're seeing the Clarity Act, we're seeing tokenization of real estate, we're seeing Fannie and Freddie allowing Bitcoin to go on our balance sheet or to be included in mortgage applications. Guys, like, don't get nervous about these pullbacks because you're in the right place, you're doing the right thing. If you know how this game is going to end and you have faith that it will end the way you want, there's nothing to worry about. Like Michael Saylor knows, and I have a chart, I don't know if I can pull it up, but like you can go into AI, and Michael Saylor in his Bitcoin speech said one thing, right? He said, use AI, talk to AI, and our biggest proponent of AI on our team is Dave Digital. Like he answers every question that we ask with, I don't know, did you ask Grok? You know, like just because he uses it every single day, and he's forcing us and changing our habits to just use AI, to figure it out with AI. Now, Michael Saylor told us that during the Bitcoin conference. He uses AI. He talks about ask the AI questions. And so if you go into AI, and you can use any one of them, Grok, ChatGPT, you name it, and you put in, hey, figure out for me what the price of Bitcoin is going to be in 10 years, in 20 years. Go do that exercise. All you folks in chat, go do that exercise. You can adjust it for inflation. You can use the average return, like 200%, which it'll tell you what it is. You can cut and paste and put any bias in it that you want to put in it, and run that out and tell Grok or your AI to give you a chart for the next 30 years of where the average Bitcoin price is going to be. Don't listen to anybody else. Just do it yourself and look at that chart. Then you will know that you're in the right place by owning Bitcoin. Then there won't be all this fear when there's a pullback, because you can see that there's 21 million Bitcoin. It's the scarcest asset in the world. That these pullbacks are just small little blips on the radar. You can see you can feel all the mass adoption occurring. We're in the right place, guys. So there is no fear. Just keep on keeping on. And like I do, when fear greed is down, whatever I can afford, when it's in that red, when it's in fear, I'm buying me some Bitcoin. And again, that's just the base level. If you like, Piper has a great DCA plan. If you guys don't know, he has a great one. We're working on stuff over here at Billy Goat Tales. We're working on some really cool stuff we can't really go into the weeds on, but it's going to be really cool for all of you guys. Yep, it's going to be cool for you guys. But here we have an article, and that's a DDT, but here we have an article where we're tokenized New York City, baby. I mean, it's happening. It's happening right now. We're right in the thick of it. Pretty exciting. What do you think about all that, Dave Digital? Or Tony? Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. I mean, I use 3 different AI, and I kind of compare them to each other. I read what each of them gives me, but then I feed the answers back and forth to the others to see if they can hash it out sometimes to get from different sources. So I'm usually asking, when I ask the question, I'm looking into something, I also ask for it to give me the opposite side or spectrum of the answer I'm looking for. Like if I'm leading it into a question to see where Bitcoin going to be at 130,000 and what date, then I also have it tell me the pros and the cons, so that maybe it can feed up and provide me the sources.
Cool. How about you, Dave?
Yeah, so I mean, all of it's cool. Tokenize New York City if that's what you want. You know, to each their own. You know what I'm saying? I told you before that it seems weird to me. I think there's a lot of room for a lot of things, but hey, the publicity I'm down for. You know, I'm down for all that. Go ahead, tokenize it. Let's all buy some of it. I love the fact that Bitcoin is being used. You know, they're finally recognizing it as a real asset so that you can qualify for home ownership. I think that was a big obstacle for a lot of people for a long time. So that's all exciting. I'm excited that like AI is getting into the Bitcoin trade. You know, that's fun too.
Yeah. What about you, Jimmy Jam? That's your article. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's good stuff for, Hedera. I mean, another post in here in this news story says the choice of Hedera as the L1 was strategic. It's a network specifically designed for the high bar of regulated financial markets where enterprise-grade security and performance are absolute requirements. The trust layer of the future of finance. Bullish.
Bullish on H-bar.
Not that I haven't been, but it's been a slow mover. Here's a significant investor or commercial real estate they're doing it, man. And if one's doing it, somebody else is going to see it, and the snowball is going to start rolling on RWAs.
Yep. I'm in agreement. What about you, DDT? What do you think about all this news?
I think from a trading perspective, it's good because of the adoption specifically of a lot more coins, and their use case becomes a lot better if a property or assets get tokenized on specific blockchains. So it then actually gives crypto a use case. Obviously, Bitcoin is a use case now as a store of value, like you were saying, to be used as a metric to obtain a loan or mortgage for your house or loan against. So yeah, it looks as if it's been a slow walk down the hill. But things like this, eventually you'll get the snowball effect, and it'll get bigger and bigger. And slowly but surely you can see it. Yes, price sometimes doesn't reflect the kind of the use case and the adoption of certain assets, HBAR in particular with this article. But looking further down the line, there'll be more. Which is good. So if you're an asset holder, if you hold some of the assets that are real world assets where the items or property or whatever is going to be tokenized on, obviously that's good, right? It can help the valuation of the asset go up, which obviously pumps your bags. But also as well, the main thing, I think Jimmy maybe didn't allude to it. The good thing with obviously going on to blockchain and real world asset is that there's transparency as well. So it's immutable. So once it's there, or the data is there, which is good. So there's a lot of things that are beneficial from kind of a use case and kind of a transparency perspective, that things are now getting tokenized. Obviously, we can talk about BlackRock with their Biddle fund and Ondo Finance and those type of things as well, where a lot of stuff is starting to get tokenized. So yeah, it's a net positive for me. Yes, obviously price will fluctuate and those type of things, but I think a lot of us kind of, if you call it crypto OGs, are actually now a bit more excited in the fact that things are actually getting use cases and getting used, rather than just, it's just, you get these TradFi bros that just think crypto is vaporware. No, there's actually a use case for them now, which is good.
Yeah. Well, and that's with all this adoption, and I hope everybody would use their AI and go out and look at where Bitcoin's going to end up in 10, 15, 20 years. You're going to be amazed at the numbers that you see for one Bitcoin. For one Bitcoin, you're going to be amazed. And so you can put in any of the bias that you want and cut it in half. You're still going to be amazed. You're going to be amazed at where Bitcoin's going to land at. So when you see FUD like this particular article, how does that keep coming up when I share it? That's not even my screen. Dave, can you take that down?
Dave's dropped off.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm trying to share this, and it's like won't let me share it. There you go. Like I hit the share button, but his thing's signed up. So when you see like these articles, when you see these, thank you, Tony. So when you see these articles, Bitcoin just lost more than stocks did in the 1929 market crash. It won't be the last time either. A lot of FUD, right? Because of that big pullback. And we talked about it even, 2 trillion, big money, right? Just a lot of money. But there's a lot of articles, and this was just on October 18th, which was yesterday, right? So this is a fresh article. But it talks about like how no investment is immune to the sharp, painful downturns, and that Bitcoin, crypto is no different than the stock market. Has these flash crashes and can really get you if you're not careful. But really, we all know this is just FUD. You want to own Bitcoin. I was on a show yesterday talking more about the dollar and the fiat system. And of course, two great books that I recommend is the Bitcoin Standard and the Fiat Standard. If you haven't read those books, you should read those books. But my point about that as yesterday is, look, gold is great, and I do believe everybody should own some gold, and but a couple things with that. Number one, if you are wealthy, then you should diversify and have some gold, have some silver, have some mutual funds, have some individual stocks, have some real estate. You should protect your wealth. But if you're trying to build wealth, you don't diversify. Any great business builder that started out in business, including Warren Buffett, focused on one thing and put all their time, energy, and effort into that one thing. And they became wealthy by doing that. Now, once they become wealthy, they diversify. They're not going to tell you this. When you go to a financial planner, a certified financial planner, they are bound by rules and ethics of conduct that they have to ensure that they're keeping you safe, and they have to ensure that they're diversifying. But my wisdom about this would be, no, man, you're not going to, number two, you're not going to make huge wealth by just buying gold. You will, however, in my worthless opinion, you will make huge wealth over a 20, 30-year period buying Bitcoin. And so for me, it's like, it's not even close. If I can tell my kids and grandkids where to put their hard-earned dollars, the first place is in the Bitcoin. So when you see this FUD, just keep everything in mind. Keep the macro perspective in mind. You're going to get, as we come out of the bull and we go into the bear, we're going to get a lot of FUD. But for all of us that have been there, we already know what this looks like, and we already know how this game ends, and we win. Bitcoin wins. So don't. I just say that from a standpoint of everybody, like, we all felt the pain of the pullback. So like my own HODL balances, my own portfolio balances are like, oh my goodness. But like deep down, I know that we're fine, because the majority of my bag is Bitcoin, right? So like as long as your bag is, every single cycle that I've come out of, I have one takeaway, including this cycle now. It's like, I need more Bitcoin. I need more Bitcoin. What you got, Tony? There you go, baby.
How'd you know I had something?
China.
Well, look, Billy, I just wanted to bring up the U.S. stock market returns from the 1870 to 2024. You can see in the beginning of the stock market itself, from 72, there's a big run, and then you had a little bit of a dip, and then here almost probably 86, there was a 10% drop. And then you have another 10% drop a few years later. And then you have in 1907, you had a 30% drop almost, and then a 40% drop almost in 1917. Of course, there's some significant global things that happened during those times. There's probably World War I. You have the Depression was right in here. I think that, or is this World War I? But anyways, you have some big global indicators. Even in 22, you had that significant drop, which of course we all know what that indicator was, the COVID. And then 2008, the housing crisis. So even the stock market itself has had some large drops. And so I just wanted to share that in comparison to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's still in its infancy and still in its first, not even, has it just hit over 20 years, right? Or 13 years?
16,
What are we at now?
Going on 17.
17 years. I don't know why I was thinking 2003 or 2004, but yeah. That's
came
all.
out in 08. It really launched in like 09. The white paper was drafted in late 08, but came out in 09.
That's right.
It wasn't even traded. And like, if you ask Govt, like when it can pull from trading, I think was like 2011 is when they could start really tracking it. So, but to your point, let me pull this up. So like on the show yesterday, for the first time, there's a lot of people that are concerned about a crash, right? And a crash in all things, not just in gold, or not just in Bitcoin, or not just in housing, or not just in say the AI, a lot of money has been invested in AI with no return on that investment. You know, the returns for the future, you gotta put it in and build it out and then get your return on it. So there's a lot of chatter out there right now about things crashing. And I really don't know if that's going to happen or not. I really don't concern myself with that because, the couple things I know is I know my own salvation. I got that handled and I got my own finances handled, and crypto's part of that. So with those two things, my family's healthy. If you try to worry about everything, you're just going to drive yourself crazy, right? You can't look at the glass half empty. You got to look at the glass half full. You can look at all these crazy articles that come out and you can worry yourself sick. I would recommend don't do that. You got a plan, stick with the plan. But this kind of goes back to the gold piece. This is either a gold rush or a sugar rush. We probably won't know for a couple of years which one it is. The financial journalist tells 60 Minutes. So this guy right here, if you guys don't know him, Andrew Ross Gorkin, thinks that this market bubble will eventually pop. And on this particular article, he's talking about like the market in general and especially gold. And if you hear that dog, that is my dog barking, Dave. So yours was snoring and mine's barking now. Yep. So he says, we will have a crash. I just can't tell you when, and I can't tell you how deep. Well, if you could, man, you'd probably a bazillionaire, right? A lot of people feeling worried about a crash coming. That old chart that's been out there forever, floating around since like the 40s. It's posted on Twitter every once in a while. You guys will see it, but it told us that 2026 is going to be a down year. Now, there's a lot of things pointing to 2026 being a down year. There's a lot of things pointing to things are overheated. If you just pulled up that gold chart that Alex O had up for us, you can see that's a parabolic run, man. Well, I personally don't buy at those levels. I'm personally selling at those levels, right? So, but who knows? Nobody really knows if gold's going to continue to go to 5,000, 10,000. We don't really know. But man, after that big of a run, I'm not buying. I'm not a buyer at that level. Now, to trade it when there's a lot of performance, when there's a lot of action in liquidity, yeah, okay, I'll trade Pax Gold, but I'm definitely not a buyer, and I'm definitely not worried about a huge crash. And what has me so calm about that is one thing, as Bitcoin. It's like, just hold your Bitcoin. And if it crashes, it crashes. So what do you think about all that, Jimmy? Like a lot of people are predicting we got all these wars and they think we're going to go to war. A lot of just FUD, like voodoo stuff. I'm just not in that camp. Could it happen? Absolutely. I keep an open mind, but I'm certainly not like making my investment thesis and living my life thinking that stuff's going to happen.
Well, I mean, for sure, a crash is coming. It's called the bear market. And it's right around the corner. When that happens, are they going to correlate the two together? Probably. But hey, I mean, just in the course of this show, we were 107, 108. Bitcoin's already back to 1093. ETH over 4,000. We get the government open back up in the next 7 to 10 days. We get a rate cut coming. We're right back where we were. And if not, guess what? I'll buy more.
Yep. Me too, man. There's a big difference I've found in my life when you really don't just say things for effect or words. You just, there's this big deep piece about it, and it's just gets you through because and you don't even have to be an evangelist for it. I mean, we're in the crypto space. We have a YouTube channel. We're certainly evangelists, but you don't have to be, because it's just this this contentment that comes over you because you know this is the one. This is the thing that I need to be. And that's why all these billionaires are now getting into it, because they're smart. They know, okay, I didn't believe before, but I believe now. And they're getting into it. And because they're billionaires, they can quickly become the face of crypto, right? So they can quickly, a lot of these guys are huddling up with Michael Saylor. They're big, huge whales, or they're getting ready to become big, huge whales. They're already whales in other markets, but they're getting ready to become Bitcoin whales, right? And they'll get a voice on YouTube. They'll get a voice on X, and it's just going to help the cause. It's just going to help all of us, if you ask me, because I do believe it's impossible if you do that exercise and you check out what Bitcoin's going to be in 10, 20, 15, 30 years. There's a supply shock that just is mathematical. It's just mathematical. There's only 21 million Bitcoin. There's 340 million Americans. There's 8.4 billion people on the planet. Bitcoin is worldwide. 21 million is not a lot. Some people, and we've heard this on other channels, some people have even already alluded to that there's got to be some type of manipulation going on because it should be higher with only 21 million. And right before that crash, Redman brought that scale up that showed that Bitcoin's on all the exchanges was at the lowest level it had been right before that crash last week. Like the amount of Bitcoin supply was at the lowest levels. And that crash kind of helped restock, because, who made the money on those was the exchanges did very well on that big downturn, that wick, down. So, yeah. Dark Crash, good to see you. What about you, Dave? What's your thoughts on the whole thing? Dave,
I mean, am I muted?
You're good now.
I mean, tell me again where we were at. I got lost in the chat. I'm a little lost.
I got him.
What was it that we were on?
I was talking about how everybody's so worried about wars and
the bubble. Yeah. So I think, like we talked about before the show, the dollar's in a bubble, right? That's what's going on. If you're attached to the dollar, I think you're in trouble. Whether it be AI, whatever it may be. I think Bitcoin is a safe haven. I think gold may be also a safe haven. But there are some things that if you're attached to the dollar, then when the dollar pops, you pop too.
Yeah. Let me see if I can share this out. I don't know what happened to Tony. Yeah. This is what Michael Saylor knows. Guys.
Sorry, guys. My wife and daughter called. I didn't.
Oh.
I had to take that.
Yeah,
They don't normally call me. They know me. They know that I'm on stream.
Well, so everything good?
Things are good. I just they needed to check in on me with something.
Oh, okay. So build your own chart. I built mine. I built like 6 of these with different assumptions built in. I'd love to see DDT build one of these and tell me what you come up with, DDT, using AI. But because you can really, as we all know, it's all about the inputs, right? It's all about your base assumptions. So you can cut and paste and do all kinds of things. But here's your different ideas of where Bitcoin's going to go. As you can see in 2025, on this particular assumption, the 107, 2030, look at that, 30 million. Look at 2035, 8.5 billion. Like, this is what Michael Saylor knows. Now, so you can say, well, cut all those in half. So you can build your AI assumptions any way you want. I did it like 6 different ways. And every time when you get like 10 years out, man, you're like, holy moly. So it really isn't about putting out like why like Kathy Woods, changes and she gets jumped on for this. A lot of them do, but it's like, listen, when you get new information and things change, it's dynamic. You have new things happening. You have to change your thesis. You have to change your baseline thesis because there's new information coming in. And so I just ran this and I was like, wow, man, that is incredible. And so why wouldn't you, with like all the concern of the dollar that we know is just going to zero, right? We had charts on that yesterday too. It's like the dollar's going to zero. The purchasing power, 95% of it has been lost. We know that. So what are you doing about it? That's the thing, right? So what are you doing about it? Well, one of the things you could do about it is just buy into Bitcoin, because that is your hedge right there. So I don't really worry about all those fears. And that's what I was asking the table, Tony, is like the articles I brought up about all the FUD with all the inflation, like Dave's saying, the dollar's going to zero, which I agree with. Gold's parabolic, it's going to crash, housing's going to crash, everything's going to crash. We are at the end of the cycle. We do know that Bitcoin's the bear market's around the corner, like Jimmy said. The question is, do you have that calm feeling in your gut about it all and don't worry about it, or is it driving you to FOMO like most people do and then make bad decisions?
Well, I think look, personally, I'm still in my long with my bots doing the trading. I have a really, really low stop loss, and I'm still above what I first put in. And, even though it's probably dropped down almost 50% from what I was holding, I'm still even above what I started with. So I'm giving it time to run and get back up. And then, I liked what Alex O shared with the parabolic run, and I still think that we'll have, another top sometime November, December-ish. So I'm just going to hold on until I see that get back in the green. I know people, I know it's odd, but the moon cycle has things usually drop and then come back up. So I'll throw the little moon cycle in there to see if that helps me or not. But I mean, I still think we've got more to run this year on Bitcoin, and I think there will be an alt season. I think that traditional money, though, getting into crypto in this last year is going to be a significant change that we see in the future. And so I think people want to get in, not financial advice, but you want to at least hold some Bitcoin, because I don't know that we're going to see the bottoms like we did before. So
yeah, I don't think we're in this. Everybody's got an opinion, and
personal,
yeah. I don't think we're going to see those big retracements like we used to, 70, 80%. And the reason I say that is because we have such a support level now being held up by the institutional dollars. Now, I could be totally wrong. And what I like about us having a show is we can always go back and say, look, this is what we said. And it's not to influence other people. It's like, this is what's in CryptoBilly's mind, how he's making his investment ideas based on a certain thesis. So, and it's just, it might not work for everybody, but it's been working for me. And I like really don't believe that we're going to see 80% pullback like we used to. And I believe it's all changed this cycle. There's so many first, and there's so much money, billions coming in to Bitcoin. And we're not done. All the ETFs that are out there that are still to come for the crypto market in general, I don't know. I think we're just getting started, and I think it's going to hold up that baseline way better than it ever had. And I think we will see a retracement, but like my worthless opinion on it is that, we'll probably get down to that 65 to 75 area. And you guys got to remember, we were at 73,000 this year. This year we were at 73,000, right? So DDT's got the charts there. I mean, we've been up to 126 and we were at $73,000, $74,000 this year. So could we get back down there? I believe so. I think we can get that back down to that 73,000 mark, but I really don't see us Like anything below $70,000, what I'm going to do personally is I'm going to load up a dump truck, everything that I can get, and dump it into Bitcoin. That's what I'm going to do. Like really get like creative, like Michael Saylor has, because that to me is going to be a rare find if we can get back down to those levels. But other people, that might not work for them, and I'm not trying to influence anybody. I'm just telling you like what's in my head and how I'm thinking about it. And didn't work out too bad for me last November 22nd, or November of 2022. So we'll see. Let me pull this up. Because the U.S. government is buying Bitcoin, right? They're owning Bitcoin. U.S. government alleged holding a crypto holding, so it's just not all Bitcoin. 21.24 billion. Now they haven't been able to complete the full audit and release the exact numbers, is what I'm hearing. So they call it alleged U.S. government crypto holdings. Reported 21.24 billion. No official confirmation, but the impacts markets. Perceptions and institutional interest. The U.S. government holds that 21 billion, and that was on October 19th. The reported holdings highlighted potential market implications and reflect the evolving role of digital assets in institutional and economic strategies. U.S. government alleged crypto holdings have reportedly reached at 21 billion, according to different market assessments. We're going to get this number. We're going to see it. A lot of this is being worked on in the subcommittees right now. Let's see, U.S. Treasury and Department of Justice, custodians seize digital assets. Yeah, so I'd be interested when we get the official number, but we know it's a pretty big number. I mean, who here would not want to hold $21 billion of crypto, right? I mean, I'd like to hold $21 billion of crypto because I believe we're so early, right? So own your Bitcoin. The government's owning their Bitcoin. Institutions, everybody's owning Bitcoin. I would say that is your way out for my kids, my grandkids. That's what I'm recommending and gold is good, but man, gold's not going to get you rich. I think Bitcoin's going to be the one that's going to take our conditioning in the world marketplace is this, guys. You work for 30 years for the man, you retire. That's life. No, that isn't life. Like, change your paradigm. You need to say, I'm going to work for 5 years. I'm going to buy as much Bitcoin as I can get, 5 or 10 years, or 2 years, and do it with Bitcoin, because this whole paradigm that you gotta, as a young man and woman, work for 30, 40 years. Man, your best time of your life, when your body can do things, you can move with ease. You get to be 60, man, things start changing. So why give up the best part of your life, right? Well, you got to support your family. You got to work to feed your kids, to survive. You got to have shelter. You got to have heat. You got to have everything, right? But I truly believe there is a different way that's going to free a lot of people, a lot of young people, if they get on the bus and they start really getting serious about investing into Bitcoin. I really believe it's going to free them from living the same life that their mom and dad did or their grandma and grandpa had to. And if you're lucky, you have a dad like Jimmy Jim and Taco Berry that is a father that's into crypto, that's bringing his son into crypto, that's opening businesses with his son, that's putting, and that crypto holdings that Jimmy's going to be able to pass down to his son, and his son be able to pass it down to his son. It's going to be like generational change of everything in Jimmy's whole family, right? And the same with me. I'm just working to do that. And you're only going to do that with crypto. I don't personally believe you're going to do that with gold. Now, once you have a few billion, I certainly would diversify into gold for sure. But as you are working your way up to your first million, and then your 10 million, Bitcoin's got to be a part of that, in my worthless opinion. Anyways, what do you think, Tony? Tex-Mex?
Oh, Billy.
Yeah, man.
Well, I was trying to see if we have if Keith has a show that we're gonna send over the audience.
He doesn't.
Not. Okay, well there you go. You saved me from looking at that. I want to make sure that if he did, we already had it set up. So
No, you don't have to worry about it. He texted me. I should have told you that during the meeting.
I mean, I know we're getting close to Jimmy's segment, but and since we don't have to worry about right at 6, although I'm sure you want to get back to your bride, but we have the Fantasy Football League with the blockchain bunker hosted by Green Day Profits, and I think you're handing him a L this week. Looks like to me. And so here's the. Let me pull down your chart and see if I can bring mine back up. There we go. So the blockchain bunker hosted by Green Day Profits, which right now, Billy, you've already got 255 in the books, projected at 300 right there. And Green Day's got 159. So you're almost beating him by 100 points with only 40 or so projected for him. I'm right now edging out TradeFly. So TradeFly, I don't know. TradeFly was projected to have over 200, but now he's projected at 179. Of course, those numbers can always change. I had 2 goose eggs on my receivers. One of my receivers, one of my tight ends, but he had a goose egg on one of his running backs. So you never know. It's going to be down to the wire because games finish Monday night. There's 2 games Monday night, and I have a player playing at night, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern on Monday. So that score won't be until Tuesday. I'll probably be up. I'm sure you know that. Let's see. French Toaster and Crypto Stevo are both 3-3, and looks like a tight match there too. And then Victoria's Secret, at least that's how I'm reading that for Kelly Kellum, is a little bit behind Redman's Raiders. So Redman's got the upper hand, at least in projections and current score, but it still could be a tight game there. Lunar Express taking on the league first place person at the moment, PPR Farmer. PPR Farmer's 6-0, so I'm hoping that Lunar Beaches pulls a win out there, although it looks like he's behind in the projections, but you never know. And Crypto Lifer, maybe he's coming from behind to see if he can hand it to us. He's a 1-5, kind of like Alex O. Of course, those 2 gentlemen are putting more of their emphasis on their crypto trading and succeeding there. But on this fantasy football endeavor, looks like Lifer should be able to take a step back, take another step back. So. William Knifeman. Here's your right now. This is your game right now, CryptoBilly. So Dak Prescott is on Green Day Profits, but you had CD Lamb come back with 33 points already in the 3rd quarter.
Finally got almost a full team.
Taylor, 43 points.
Yep, and that's my tight end. My tight end is back now. That's the first time he's playing since week 1. CD Lamb, first time he's playing. I picked up the quarterback. That's not my true quarterback. He's doing good for
Jackson
me.
Dart.
Yeah, because mine's out still. So I really have now for the first time, really almost my whole starting team is back. And look at the score. When I finally get all my people healthy, it's like, I just need to win now because I want to just stay close enough to be in the playoffs, right? So
you've got the coveted duo of Jackson Dart and Cam Skidaboo. Those 2 are going so crazy on memes and stuff and on socials because of the excitement they've brought to the game as far as being 2 rookies playing together. So you got them both.
It's great to see CD Lamb back, though. I've been waiting for him to come back. That really hurt me and made me lose some games. But it's good fantasy football stuff. Well, let's get to it. We always end the show with a special segment. Jimmy, you ready?
Sure.
Cards and Legos and Legos and cards. What is a handsome man like me supposed to do?
Well, we were back at it Thursday and Saturday this past week. Our Thursday stream was pretty incredible. I think we had 14 one touches pulled that night, which just means cards valued $75 or more. I think we shipped out 6 packages worth $500 each. And then last night we ourselves, actually, not for other people, we pulled some pretty cool cards. Let's see here. We can share that. Yep. We got a out of 10 card here. That's number 6 of 10. Then we pulled another out of 10, 4 of 10. We got a little Greedo on the, they call it a color match, but that's more like a skin match. And we also got a Yoda skin match. Pulled a nice little Cam Newton, or Cam Smith, I'm sorry. 24 or 25. It's a nice little card there. This one's really pretty too. It's the Cherry Blossoms variation. It's Ken Griffey Sr. And then probably my 2 favorites of the last 2 days. We pulled this dual Galactic Graffiti R2 C3PO. Very rare card.
That's really cool.
And then lastly, the big dog. Probably a $600 or $800 card. Definitely one of my favorites out of Topps Chrome Sapphire this year, but bam! Rosario Dawson auto. And if you look down there, it's kind of hard to see. See if I can get the light to hit it. That is numbered 3 of 5. That's a hella pull right there.
Great.
But enough of that. It was another fun weekend. We got a lot of watch hours. We had a lot of people show up last night. Pretty sure we'll be about a quarter of the way to being monetized after this week.
Love it, man. Love it. Is there I seen we had some people in the community that was asking to open the club. There's only one man that can open the club at Billy Goat Tales. His name is Jimmy Jim. Up to you, Jimmy.
You're low again, Billy. Speaking to the mic, Billy.
Up to you, Jimmy.
He's trying to talk real low to you, Jimmy.
Yeah. Whisper sweet nothings.
Up to you, Jimmy.
He's saying that the club is up to you, Jimmy. You're the only one that can approve it. So do we want to go to the club?
Cologne, we blooded on one side. Right now, not now. Baby, tonight.
What happened to Billy?
Billy is don't go into the light, Billy. Don't go into the light.
Yeah, don't go into the light.
Don't do it, Billy. Don't go into the light. There he goes. All right.
There he goes.
I hope he didn't go into the light. Nope, he's
Can you
still
hear
going
me?
into the light.
Yeah,
I think we can hear you.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
You froze at the club, bro.
Somebody's got to take us out of here. I can't. My camera's. I need, like Frankie, it overheated. I guess I need the ice pack, Dave.
All righty. Well, we appreciate everybody, and we look forward to seeing you. What is our next show? On Tuesday for our Tuesday X Space. We'll see you then, fam. On the way out, enjoy the music. See you guys.